Terry, first of all, congratulations on your nomination for the PFA Manager of the Year. That's 2 out of 3 for Inverness Caledonian Thistle. It must be a good feeling.
Yeah, it's very honoured to be nominated. It's the vote is obviously from my peers in terms of my fellow managers. So it's it does mean a lot. So very, very pleased about that. Very honoured. It's not so much about me. It's about my backroom team, the players of the club, and the staff that we have. Everybody here. It's one big, huge team effort, of which I'm the sort of principal leader of that. So the sort of figurehead. So yeah, it's nice, but I must remember and pay tribute to all the people that are behind me that have enabled me to be sort of put forward for this for the award. But it's a lovely feeling, and it's one that I shall treasure, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean that's good. I mean Andy got nomination for Player of the Year, yourself for Manager of the Year, and I noticed Andrew there. Just it was announced earlier today that Andrew's included in the Team of the Year.
Yeah.
So I think that's recognition for the whole club and just what they've achieved this season.
Sure, yeah, it just shows you how far the club has come this season with players like Andy Shinnie who have come from nowhere really. 2 years ago he was I think he was at Kilmarnock on trial, and I managed to nick him from there and give him a 2-year deal, which is brilliant. And the two Shinnies, it's been great when you're playing with your brother or playing alongside your brother, and you're able to go back home, share the same digs, and they're with each other all the time. But they really spark off between them. They really hit it off, and I think it has definitely helped having his brother in the team from Andy's point of view, and vice versa. But Andy's been a revelation really this season, and thoroughly deserves his award and thoroughly deserves to be in the team, because he's the way he links between the midfield and the attack, and the way that he takes the ball and opens up avenues for fellow strikers and fellow players. He's been brilliant. So it's well merited, I think, his inclusion in the team. And we'll wait to see if he wins the award. But he's one of these players that we're disappointed to lose again. But having said that, he's given us a great year this year to remember him by.
Yes,
and it's not finished yet, because there's still 3 games to play, and there's still a great contribution to come from him, his brother Graham, and the rest of the team as well.
Yeah, looking ahead to this week, you're up against fellow nominee Stuart McCall, Motherwell. Again, to look forward. 3 games to go. 3 great games to look forward to. Hoping everybody gets behind the team and pushes them on. Yeah,
I'm sure that the fans will get behind the team, because we are so close now, and there's a big match at the end of the season. We know the Highland Derby. It's a great spectacle over at Victoria Park. So but that's in the back burner now. That's very much in Dundee United too. Next week, that's one to be looked forward to, but not hasn't got our full focus at all. The boys are very much concerned and concentrated on Motherwell. I watched the game against Celtic, and they were just phenomenal. They really were. They passed it well, defended well, scrapped, and some of the play was absolutely scintillating. And they've got a front 4 that most managers would love to have in their team. And with Michael Higdon especially, who's banging their goals. He likes to score against us, which he's proved this season already. But we've lost 3 with nothing to lose in this game at all. No one expects us to win because of Motherwell's form and the way they've beaten us this season. But we've got our own agenda to try and implement as well, and stick to. And that means being in their faces and playing the way that we can play. We're hindered in a way with David Raven being suspended following his red card last week, but we rejigged the back 4 last week, and that back 4 did very well. So but they'll be under a lot of pressure this week, I'm sure, from Motherwell. But we've got players that can play as well and want to play too. We've had 2 difficult matches at the start of the top 6 fixtures, because Celtic fielded their strongest team against us, which will probably play next in the cup final, I think. Yeah. They fielded their strongest team against us, and we're on the cusp of a title. And once they got that first goal after an hour, they're unstoppable. And then of course we played St Johnstone, had a man sent off after 12 minutes. So we've had 2 setbacks, but there's been sort of extenuating circumstances behind those 2 defeats. But we want no excuses now on Saturday, and we feel that we've got to take the game to Motherwell and have a go, and see what we get from it.
Yeah, well, certainly we're sitting in 3rd, and if we keep winning games, then nobody can touch us. And
yeah, I mean the whole thing about it is it's within our own hands. We have our fate could be implemented by us and us only. So Yeah, 3 wins would definitely do it, and that's what we're aiming for. But game by game, we must take it each game as it comes along. I know it's a cliche, but it's very true, and we have to give everything in this match. And we've got players that are hungry and players that know after last week that we've not had the best of luck, especially in the first 2 games. And I don't think generally all season we've had that much luck anyway. So if we play the way we can play, hopefully that luck will turn for us and we can get 1 or 2 things. But we've got to make it happen ourselves. And we didn't start the game well last week. Had to defend resolutely for a long spell with only 10 men. But we want 11 against 11 if we can. We definitely want to keep 11 on the pitch, and we want to give it all that we can, which I'm sure we'll do.
Yeah, and the club have been working hard to get players signed up. We're still awaiting news of Aaron and Owain. But it seems one of your backroom staff, one of the unsung heroes, Steve Marcella, seems to have unearthed another little gem in Danny Williams.
Yeah, well, we've obviously yet to see Danny, and he's been playing down south for Chester, and he's done very well. He's on loan from Kendal. Kendal's his parent club. But I've spoken to Craig Campbell, the secretary down there, and he's helped us out enormously as the chairman and the board of Kendal as well. They've got a good player there, they know that, but he's one that we feel could do very well in the SPL, and Chester wanted him, other clubs have wanted him too, but it's great in many respects because we've got a very good name down south now for producing players and giving players a second chance, and then players go on from us, like the Andy Shineys and the Adam Rooney's of this world, and go on to bigger contracts and bigger clubs and all this kind of things. But that's football. That's what we're about as well. But he's seen that, I think, and also the fact that we're on ESPN and Skies and TV, a lot of the time, and that's great profile. So yeah, I think he's seen that. He's a school teacher. He's a supply teacher. He's 25. So if things don't quite work out, he can always work at some of the schools here in Inverness.
Yeah.
I wouldn't envisage that happening, but no, he certainly follows in the footsteps of Gary Warren, who was a teacher as well. And he never really came into full-time football until last year with us. And look at what he's done. He's been immense for us. So we're very confident that Danny can follow in his footsteps. And I'd like to thank Kendal for their help. And we look forward to seeing Danny at pre-season.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.